aren't in their best state of mind.
The Milwaukee Brewers are back in action tonight against the Baltimore Orioles. Rob Zastryzny will be the opener tonight ahead of Quinn Priester. Coverage will start at 6:04. First pitch at 6:40 right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We don't speak about her.
About rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
She had less hope in the Packers winning against the Broncos at Denver than the Packers beating Philly at Lambeau.
Molly's smart.
That seems like Looney Tunes to me.
See, it's okay because you're just like my husband. I literally will say anything, but he won't believe it until it comes from somebody else. So
like Kay Adams.
You're the same way.
Like Kay Adams.
Exactly.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I am Jim Rutledge. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I do have the power alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. We are in the Everlight Solar Studio with Primetime Wollersheim. And are we having fun yet, Milwaukee Brewer fans? Obviously, we heard Hunter Sports Centers throughout the day with audio from Brewers manager Pat Murphy. Some pretty blunt comments after the Brewers lost on Saturday. They did win on Sunday, but it's been a tough run for the Milwaukee Brewers, who are 22-25 right now. Fourth place in the NL Central. And I spent the weekend, so my oldest daughter, Rosie, she turns 12 on Friday, but as happens sometimes, especially when her birthday's so close to Memorial Day weekend, once in a while her birthday gets spread out. And so the parents and the in-laws, they could not get the same time to come through, so we're going to have like 3 or 4 birthdays for Rosie.
Lucky girl.
This last weekend, we had one, and my brother is a huge Brewers fan. He's one that I can kind of take the pulse of Brewers Nation from, and he very quickly was like, the Brewers stink. He's not optimistic now. He's upset about where the team is at, and he was surprised but not upset with Pat Murphy's comments after the game, which we're going to get to in a minute. And you heard me to start the show, Matt and Molly, that I asked the question, are we having fun yet? That's because let's get back to Mark Antanasio in February, because he had some thoughts on what it meant to be a owner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Similar to the question, what's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to, everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series. But it's my job to win a World Series. It's my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together.
So you can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I want to get right to our Siding Unlimited poll question, and then Molly and Matt, you guys can answer it, and you, the fan, can as well on the Cardinals Talking text line 844-770-3776. This is more. Our Siding Unlimited poll question, Mark Antanasio, make sure the season's fun and entertaining. So our question is, would you call the Brewers so far this season fun and entertaining? I'll remind you, they're 22-25, fourth place in the NL Central. Christian Yelich, below the Mendoza line, which is, do you guys remember from
200? Above 200.
Yep. So he's batting 199 with a negative WAR.
Take that for that.
WAR standing for wins above a replacement player. Joey Ortiz, they're starting shortstop, a negative 1.3 WAR, which means he's basically taking away wins from his team. And then there's some other play, and obviously Jackson Churrio's regressing, but.
No, you just got to find a way to put in can of corn. Then he put in everything that we learned last week about baseball.
Yeah, we'll continue the vocabulary lesson as it goes along. But are
all
these
those ducks on the pond?
Yeah, are the Brewers fun? They left a lot of ducks on the pond.
Yeah.
Could you imagine any other professional sports team in the state of Wisconsin saying what Mark Antanasio did? Like, Brian Gutekunst or Mark Murphy even says, I'm just happy to, have families be happy all fall long. I'm not here to win a Super Bowl. I just want them to all have fun at Lambeau Field. What are we doing here?
Isn't that the unofficial model of the Green Bay Packers?
I mean,
who, by the way, they did officially sign first-round pick Matthew Golden, which is, I think, more of a formality in honor of Matthew Golden wearing number 22. But I think it's more of a formality, but it's still important that they get signed and there's nothing lingering. But, Matt, are you having fun? Is this entertaining, Brewers?
No. And I got a number to throw at you guys. How does the number 7 of 16 sound?
Not good.
Not
right?
great. Less than 50%.
Honestly, it'd be okay if you're batting in baseball. It's not horrible.
Right.
That's
if
actually
you're batting,
really
not
good.
bad.
Yeah.
That 7 and 16 represents the 16 is how many games we've played in May so far.
Yeah.
And the 7 is how many times we've been shut out. I am fine losing baseball games. That happens. Putting up goose eggs is boring. Like, if you want to provide fun,
Still
let's
lose.
lose 11 to 10. Like, that's a fun baseball game. Like, we could have the same record, but if we're scoring runs and getting people at the plate and bringing those ducks on the pond in, I'm stoked. But this is terrible baseball. Almost half the games you've played in May, you've been shut out. That's not like your record. That's like, do you get a run or not? That is embarrassing.
If you added the Brewers' top 2 home run hitters in Jackson Churio, who I believe is, someone said 0-16 or 1-16 over his last. Not
1-16.
1-16.
0-18,
0-18. There you go. Whatever the stat
and
is.
0 of 18.
Over his last 18 at
Correct.
bats there.
Really?
Really?
So he did save a run, big time play. That's good. But 0 of 18 is going to affect your WAR. But you take him and Christian Yelich, your 2 leaders in home runs, and they're still not top 5. Combine them, they wouldn't be a top 5 home run combination.
Yelich has like 7.
And they both have 7, which gets them to 14, which would put them in a tie for 5th with a bunch of other people. So how you ever want to break that out. But, Ohtani and Judge and Schwarber and Cal Raleigh all lead the league with either between 16 and 15 home runs. The Brewers' leader is 7. They got 2 guys.
What
at
is the
7.
Brewers total team combined? That's got to be probably closer.
I don't know if you guys remember this. At the beginning of the season, I picked 3 Brewers to have 20 or more home runs.
Did you pick specific players?
I figured it'd be like
Churio, Yelich.
and maybe
who's another name that you know?
Reese.
Yeah.
Maybe Hoskins. I don't know who I might have even picked 4 into the 20s.
Well, I picked them to win 100 games. That was my prediction for the season.
We both
And look
seem
where we're at
pretty
now.
dumb right now.
Yeah.
What was the record? 22 and 25.
To be fair,
They could still get 100 games. You're
no,
right.
I was just saying
You're right.
Molly looked dumb when she said 100 games to begin with.
I was being optimistic, you guys.
Well, it's a nice
year,
change of pace from your Packers take. So
Next
I
year-
appreciate
Because
that.
they won 93 games the year prior and took away Willie Adames and Devin Williams off that team.
All right,
And-
fair.
yeah.
Next year, I'll say they're going to win 96 games.
There you go.
That's better. Well, but depending where they end up this season, that might be a stretch too. So we'll find out.
844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. List is more. Our signing limited poll question. Mark Antanasio said his job was to make the Brewers fun and entertaining over the summer. Would you call this Brewers season so far fun and entertaining? 844-770-3776. The Milwaukee Brewers, we're the home of Milwaukee Brewers baseball here on ESPN Madison. They take on the Baltimore Orioles. That is
Oreos?
a 15-win team. Orioles.
Sounded like you said Oreos.
I heard Oreos.
The managerless
Orioles.
coach, Orioles. Huh?
What did you say? The managerless coach?
Yeah, didn't they just fire their manager?
But then they'd just be they're managerless.
Oh. Yeah, what did I say?
Managerless coach.
Oh, I meant team. Managerless team.
All right.
Oreos,
So-
team, Cheerios. Who cares, guys? Honestly.
Runs, points, same
Yeah.
First
difference.
pitch is at 6:40. Pregame starts here on ESPN Madison at 6:04. So that should be some wins, right? I mean, the Twins, if you wanted to sell yourself, had won. I think when they finally the Brewers snapped a 12-game winning streak for the Twins. So, I mean, 2 of those
13
wins.
game.
Oh, 13 game. So I got 13 games. So the Brewers, 2 of those wins were against the Brewers, but they'd snap it.
We did snap it.
So there's that.
Yeah, that makes me feel really good. I will say, my two friends that are Twins fans went to Sunday's game, and I was like, good. Glad. I hope you guys had a blast. That's the whole point of AmFam Field. I hope you guys had so much fun at Sunday's game, Twins Brewers.
Right now
Provide
it is
a summer of entertainment and passion.
all right.
God,
So there's
so boring.
there's that part of it. We haven't even gotten to Pat Murphy, who credit to him. And I don't think he was complaining. We'll get to the audio here in a second from postgame after Saturday's loss, which I believe was that the third time this year they were shut out in back-to-back games.
Oh, Jim, that wasn't the third time. That was the
month.
third time in the month of May
Yes.
that the Brewers were shut out
And
in
it is
consecutive
May
games.
19th.
That it is. And as Matt said, they played 16 games.
So has there been like one series that they haven't been shut out in back-to-back games? Is that how the math breaks out?
Not this month. No.
The Rays.
Well, no, because actually
Houston.
two of the games when they were shut out during, it was like they got shut out by the White Sox and then the Cubs.
Okay.
So it was separate series, but back-to-back games.
So against the city of Chicago, they had gone 4 games without scoring a run.
4 games.
Well, back
No, they were shut out 1 game to end the White Sox series and then shut out 1 game to begin the Cubs series.
Okay, got you. Sorry, I thought they were shut out.
No.
Twice.
No, that would be really brutal. I mean,
No, now it's okay then.
yeah, now it's better.
Yeah, it's
now
better.
that it only happened once against Chicago, it's not as bad.
I don't know who answered yes, but we have 1 yes so far. 93% of people have said no. The Brewers I would not call this season fun and entertainment. So right now, Brewers fans are not having fun. Neither is Pat Murphy. Let's hear him from postgame.
I trust the players. I like the players. I think they're good.
I think they're good.
Did we go spend a lot of money in the offseason, guys? Let's call a spade a spade. No, we didn't. Are we real deep in the position player business? No, we're not. But we have good ones. And we have ones that aren't getting the results right now and aren't in their best state of mind.
That's so telling. That's all you need, like, pregame over or postgame over. Like, say less.
At least he didn't say that pregame.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe that's
he
why
did
the team
for
stinks.
Sunday's pregame.
That was his pregame. No wonder they have so many players-only meetings. Pat Murphy's a downer.
Wait, Matt, so as a professional athlete, if you heard your coach say something like that, does that motivate you? Does that make you be like, all right, bleep this guy? Or, like, how does that make you feel, honestly?
I personally am motivated by that kind of thing. Like, when you tell me that I can't do something, like, that is very energizing. Like, I want to prove you wrong so I can say I told you so.
Mm-hmm.
So should we hear the rest of his explanation then too? Because he does go on to give a much more optimistic tone at the end, I will say.
Sure.
All right, here's the rest of what Pat Murphy had to say.
In the position player business, no, we're not. But we have good ones. And we have ones that aren't getting the results right now and aren't in their best state of mind. But that's the beauty of this thing. Maybe it'll be a different journey around the track this year. Maybe we're slow out of the gate. Maybe it's a muddy track. Maybe other people slow down and we close. But again, to try to pay, I appreciate the fans coming out. I know it was a giveaway night, but the crowd was fantastic. It was awesome. It does your heart good, and it hurts my heart to think they don't really realize probably how much these guys are trying and how much they care.
So was he inspired by journalism in the Preakness? Because he kind of is describing the race, the Preakness, which would have been during the Brewers game or right before?
They would have started at the exact same. I believe the race started at 6:07 Central Time. The Brewers started at 6:15 on Saturday.
That's 2 minutes.
He had some time.
Yeah, because it really is the exact race that journalism did win. Too bad journalism didn't win the Kentucky Derby. Otherwise, we could be talking about the Triple Crown. Anyways, back to Murphy. And
Jim loves greatness.
I do. And journalism.
Jim loves journalism.
Chiefs win. I do. I don't practice it, but
not with this.
Journalism came in second in the Kentucky Derby and then just won the Preakness. So we were close to it. We're not going to get it, but I want to get to the
greatness. That is
yes. Pat Murphy having the clips before, as far as he talked about this team being good and calling a spade, because I want to break it down slowly here, and then we'll get the break, but. Get ready to pause it here, Ryan. Go ahead.
I trust the players. I like the players. I think they're good.
Pause.
Now,
like that part right there. Like I think they're good. That's not a ringing endorsement.
I think they're good.
Are his grandkids sitting on his lap as he's saying this stuff?
They're sitting alongside him.
Okay.
They're not on his lap.
We did learn that that's a common occurrence because it's less jarring for him to say these things with his grandkids around him when they're always there.
Yeah,
but
okay.
let's continue.
Now, did we go spend a lot of money in the offseason, guys? Let's call a spade a spade. No, we didn't. Are we real deep in the position player business? No, we're not.
So good pause.
Does our team suck? Yes.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
our manager or our owners suck? Yes.
Because when he's like, do we have depth? Absolutely not.
No.
We barely can feel. Have you seen our third baseman? He's batting 169.
How many people do they have on the injured list?
Oh, I mean, who isn't injured, Molly?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even follow the team that closely, but even I know that there's
that's
been
mostly
15
pitchers.
pitchers.
They
on
have
there.
8 pitchers or long relievers who are currently on the IL
But the funny thing
or
is,
coming back from rehab assignments.
pitchers don't hit in the National League anymore, so I don't know if the pitchers make a difference.
Oh,
if you're scoring 0
nothing's
runs.
changing the hitting.
fair.
Nothing's
Yeah,
changing the hitting.
That's
They
fair.
might be able to allow fewer runs is the only hope.
They might, be even then?
That's better.
Yes, it is better.
Can we just give credit a little bit to Pat Murphy here though? Because the Brewers are 1-0 since saying all this. Okay?
Did
Message
we go spend a lot
received.
of
If
money
you're
in the
gonna say that
offseason,
thing-
guys? Let's call a spade.
Say it.
No, we didn't.
I mean, the Twins one was a little bit risky, but you got Baltimore coming to town with 15 wins. So, so go ahead and do that. Why not? Go ahead and just bury the team because you're playing a crappy team, so you can all of a sudden get credit for, hey, tough love, turn them around.
Do you think this is him burying the team, or is this him just
No.
being honest?
It's just him being honest. It's definitely his personality, but he does.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, he's burying them, but not on purpose.
You heard him at the end of the clip too. He's like, I believe these guys can still get it back together. He sees it as like you said, the racetrack. I mean, it's the idea of
he
that
said,
things
I
could break the
think
right way.
They're good.
Yeah, because that's all he can do. What else can he do?
It's the opposite of the compliment sandwich. He starts with 2 negatives and then finishes with but journalism wanted the Preakness out of nowhere,
I think
so maybe we
they're
can.
good. No. I think they're good.
I like the whole philosophy. He went philosophical. It's everyone's race around the track's a little different. Ours might be different this time.
I thought he was going to talk about the universe and the solar system at first too. And
I
it's just horse
pretty
racing.
into this. I was are we listening to an Aaron Rodgers cut right now?
Well, part of it was
Ayahuasca.
I believe a week
Ayahuasca.
ago. I believe a week ago he was talking about how this team is struggling because last year they just came out of the gates just on fire,
Right.
And now a lot of the young players are like, wait, what's going on? Oh, do we suck now? Because they're not winning games and they're struggling, they didn't get the cushion of having that hot start, and it won't cost them the division. But with young teams, I think sometimes you can not win a division in May, but you can kind of give yourself a nice kind of lead there that you can kind of falter the rest of the year. Because I believe the Brewers got off the hot start in May and they finished with 93 wins. If they had a normal start to May, they might have finished at 87 wins, and I don't know if I think they'd still win the division, but much tougher for them last year. So our poll question is: would you say the Brewers have been fun so far this season, fun and entertaining? Right now, 91% of you say no. That's our Siding Unlimited poll question. Jamal Crawford on Twitter chimes in: the Brewers are so mediocre. The most anticipated part of the season is the trade deadline.
Jamal Crawford's listening to the show?
That's the name used on Twitter. I don't know if it's that Jamal Crawford.
I'm choosing to believe it is.
That's fair. I'll take it. I liked watching him play. He was a heck of a bull. And then he had a couple run with a couple other teams there. Seattle for a little bit there, I believe, or no?
He makes a good point because I did ask in our pre-show meeting when the trade deadline was, when we started bringing up the Brewers.
Miami. I feel like Jamal Crawford played in a lot of places. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Whether you need an engagement ring, wedding band, watch, you want to treat yourself, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but we're
Giannis
not.
talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have no idea what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Live the high life at Nitty Gritty, home of the famous Gritty Burger in Madison's official birthday place. Celebrate your birthday at Nitty Gritty and receive a free Memento birthday mug to fill with free beer, specialty birthday cocktails, or soda all day long. The Nitty Gritty has celebrated almost 900,000 birthdays, and birthday celebrant number 900,000 will receive a $1,000 Amex gift card. Grab some friends and celebrate your birthday at the Nitty Gritty, located in Madison, Middleton, and Sun Prairie. The Nitty Gritty, a tradition since 1968.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. If you missed the Cardinals Strikeout Cancer broadcast that Mark Tauscher and I were part of, high school baseball, Sun Prairie East and Middleton, good news, you can find the full game broadcast available right now. Watch it back on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. RidgetopExteriors.com. That's RidgetopExteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Oh, yeah. Round and round.
You guys have heard Jim Rutledge talk about Carbon World Health for many years now, and I'm so excited to get my journey started there. I have my consultation this week in just a couple days, so I'm super excited to see what all they can make happen with my face, with my body, all the things. So I will keep you guys posted on my journey, but you can go visit their brand new location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. Features all of their innovative services, including Botox, hydrofacials, M-Sculpt, IV therapies, and so much more. Stop in today to get started on your health and wellness journey.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton in the Everlight Solar Studio. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Primetime Wollersheim behind the glass. Everyone but Molly Brown is decked out in show gear. You got your ESPN Wisconsin. Was that from the ESPN Milwaukee Open? A little quarter zip there, or
that's from Tom Olson's closet, 100%.
Yeah, it might have been a Tom Olson.
I think we have to explain that now.
Sorry.
With multiple
okay.
layers.
Tom Olson was our old market manager here at ESPN Madison. He is now at ESPN Cleveland, but prior to him leaving, he literally brought in just a bag full of clothes for everybody to rummage through. I have some stuff. Ryan has some stuff. Matt, you have some stuff apparently.
But I have so many quarter zips. Like, I don't think I ever would just take some.
But you might not have an ESPN Wisconsin or ESPN Madison.
I think this was one of the ones we got. It doesn't matter.
I don't have one like that. As I'm wearing my Wisconsin Sports Awards, like I have like all the ESPN Madison gear. Lucky me. But I would say that I did take one. He had a Boca Bowl. Tom did a Boca Bowl polo that. FAU Boca Bowl. I never had any Boca Bowl gear, and I was kind of bummed about it. And then finally, I was like, "Oh, great! It's not a great polo, but it's a Boca Bowl polo, so I'll take it."
It works.
And Primetime wearing our Coors Light, our good friends at Coors Light, rocking that awesome quarter zip that they gave him.
That is very nice. I missed the memo.
I like how we did coordinate all with gray quarter zips, too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Matt and I are both wearing khakis. Jim didn't get the memo, wore jeans.
Sorry. So here's the other part of it. It was I'm wearing a wrinkly shirt, but I wanted to wear kind of a nice shirt today, but I didn't have time to iron anything.
Oh, let's zoom in on that.
So
all right, hold on.
now it's one of these shirts. It's like a J. Crew shirt where you can't it's weird because if you
too,
iron
like,
it,
flimsy.
Well, no, you can iron it, but like it is, it's supposed to look a little bit like beaten.
Yeah.
And then but not like
It's supposed to look like a cowboy.
No, it's supposed to just look like. I mean, this is an old shirt. Honestly.
Leathery? What are we?
No, it's supposed to look like a worn shirt, like
Yeah.
not vintage, but I've had it for a while. It's vintage now. It's like 17 years old.
Do you go into J. Crew or does your wife go in there for you? I don't know if I've ever seen a guy in J. Crew.
Full disclosure, and I'm pretty sure my wife knows this. This is probably the only piece of clothing I own that's not from her. Like this was from a girlfriend from 15, 16 years ago. She gave me the shirt. I like the shirt.
Yeah.
I like this thing. I mean,
did she tell you it's supposed to be wrinkled too when you wear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Does your wife like that shirt?
Yes. My wife has my wife doesn't throw away anything away, so she's got, I guarantee, clothing that's been given
My
to her by
wife
other
would
people.
make me throw that shirt away. I don't care how good it looks on you, baby.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Amen. All right.
I'd be like, you are not wearing that.
Yeah.
I'll ask my wife.
Screw that girl.
But like,
Exactly.
But like
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
this girlfriend was probably 3 or 4 girlfriends before I met my wife. It
Oh.
wasn't like the girlfriend before.
Brag, bro.
So you're still thinking about her, huh?
No. I honestly forgot until you brought up about like this. Do I go into J. Crew?
Do you miss her? That's what I would get every time I wore that shirt.
Well, now
Do
I
you
feel
miss
bad.
her?
I'm going to go ahead and put this in Goodwill tonight. Now I feel bad about it.
Do you still like her?
So actually, to be fully disclosure, I think my
People
wife would
like
be
me.
upset if I donated because she always gets on me for wasting clothes. Like
Okay.
She's like, "Don't be wasteful. It works
You-
fine."
you should
Would
just
Caleb
pull-
Williams be upset if you wore a Mitch Trubisky jersey?
It's not a
It's the
jersey.
same
It's
thing.
not the person's name on it. It's not the same thing.
You should just pull your wife tonight. Be like, hey, hypothetically,
She
if I had a
100% no,
shirt
like,
that
this is-
you think I look nice in, but it was from an ex girlfriend.
An ex girlfriend.
He said it was 3 or 4
Oh.
girlfriends before.
All right,
I
this
know.
this shirt. Okay, I came to Madison in 2008, and I dated this person shortly after I came to Madison. So this shirt is from 2008, 2009.
Okay.
It is 2025.
I mean, that's a good reason to get rid of the shirt too, but more so, do you miss her?
So the shirt is going into the Goodwill box. It's actually I have one in
Yeah.
the back of my truck. I'll throw it in there
I
today.
think I bet Jim takes his shirt off in the parking lot and gets that in the Goodwill box and just puts his zipper jacket back up.
Okay, could be, maybe. I don't know. I guess I didn't think of it as a big deal because I guarantee. I've never asked my wife, but like I have no idea. I guarantee she has clothing in her closet that either was given to her or our closet.
You
but
should,
like,
that's how you should pull her tonight. You should be like, hey, just curious. Do you have any clothing
well,
from
no,
ex-boyfriends?
I don't want to know because I would be petty. I wouldn't like it. I guarantee she knows that I've had this shirt was given to me. Like it's been around long enough. We've been together for like 17 years. She would have.
Don't ask. Just throw it in the Goodwill pile
Well,
and let's just move on.
I will move it to the Goodwill.
I
You know what?
promise you,
I
there's
have
not
enough.
no reason to ask.
No,
Did you
I-
know, by the way, that shirt that I was wearing?
I have enough. I have enough clothing to definitely.
Yeah, you
I
can-
honestly completely forgot until you brought up. Like, did you go? I didn't know J. Crew was a store.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know now it's a store,
Yeah.
but when it was given to me, like, I was like Ryan. You know, I was just like a producer slob. You know, like.
That you thought you looked nice?
No, I only wore stuff that was given to me for free, and I wore like shorts.
So you're saying this is slobby now, Jim?
No, but I'm saying that like
slightly.
I didn't have style, like, and that you have more style. But it was more the idea of like if I was left on my own devices to buy clothing for myself, it was like from Goodwill. It was what I could afford or stuff that was given to me for free.
Yeah, it didn't look good on Jim, but it looks good on you.
Yeah, exactly,
though.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
I fully, and I understand how it sounds, I fully wish that I got stuff like that when I was working
The
at
free Coors Lights.
Madison Sports Radio. When I was working at Madison Sports Radio, yeah.
What are you wearing underneath?
I have another
an overpriced vintage shirt.
I have multiple layers of
bet
free
another
gear on
quarter
right now.
zip.
No, I have my Badgers
See,
volleyball.
again.
There's another free one.
Badgers volleyball free T-shirt from the Badgers volleyball program.
But good for you on that. Like that's fantastic. So,
If it's free, it's from me.
There you go.
absolutely.
Honestly, that is kind of how it works.
Unless it's from an ex-girlfriend.
Fact.
Well, it'll go. That's funny to me because I never really even thought about it or like my wife's clothing. Like she says all the time, she has like shirts. She's like, I had this shirt when I worked at the liquor store 25 years ago, and like she's like proud that she
I'm
still
sure
has it.
boyfriends weren't buying her clothes.
Sure.
Like,
I'm
know
sure,
what I mean?
I'm
Like,
sure she has jewelry. I know
jewelry for sure.
I know
maybe.
her. I know she has earrings from a prior boyfriend. She actually just the other day.
Then you should drop it. Do you miss them?
You know what's even funnier?
I remember buying you those from Chalmers.
Yeah,
Where'd you get
exactly.
those?
So what's even funnier is just we went to North and South with my family on Saturday for Rosie's kind of birthday dinner, and they brought out some fried ice cream for her, and it was delicious. And they came with I don't know what it's called, but it was like not tortilla chips, but like some sort of homemade. It was a Mexican dish. It had cinnamon on it.
Like a churro?
Not quite a churro, but in that vein.
Okay.
It was cut in a triangle. And my wife's like, "Oh, I've made those before." I'm like, "Yeah, I think you have." I was like, "I like them." She goes, "I didn't make those for you, hon." And I'm like, "How long ago did you make those?" But she's like, "Yeah, no, I never made those for you. I
I
made
would
them."
be so salty.
She made it for another. But Molly, it is. I met my wife in like 2009.
But you were just saying that you would be petty about it.
That one I'm not.
That
petty
one didn't
about.
make you petty?
No.
Oh, I would be so petty.
My wife makes so much food for us all. Like she makes, like I guarantee at this point. But again, it's a long time. Like I'm not sweating stuff from. It's not even in like the. It's barely in the 2000s at this point. So. But I am going to put this in the. Honestly, it's a good reason because now I think more about what you said, Matt. It probably stinks. Like it's been around for a long time. I wash my clothing, but like how long can clothing last?
I mean, it lasts as long as you want it to, but you can let this one go.
No,
You've got plenty of
it's going to
shirts.
go. It's
Let it
going to
die.
go. It's going to go into the Goodwill bin for sure. I do want to ask this question before we go to break here. So, Pat Murphy did reference. We're talking Milwaukee Brewers here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Pat Murphy did reference that it was a full crowd for the Saturday night game against the Twins, and he did reference. I know it was a giveaway, and I believe it was like a long. I don't know the exact length of the line or the time frame for the line, but people were showing up. I believe 2.5, 3 hours early to get in line for a cribbage board from WTMJ, our sister station. And it was a great giveaway. Brewers fans showed up, and they showed up in mass. And I believe there was Brewers there because I saw some people put out there, like Ryan Braun signed their cribbage board. So, like, It was a pretty cool event. And the cribbage board it's got the WTMJ logo on it. It's got the old school M&B logo on it. It's got then all the racing sausages are on the cribbage board as well. I'm gonna be honest. I would die if my life depended on it and I had to play cribbage. I would die. I wouldn't know how to start it. I wouldn't know how to play it. I don't know any of the rules. Same thing with euchre. I don't know either one of those games. But I do want to ask a question surrounding it. Because it says here, the tweet I see here is, cribbage board giveaway, any Wisconsin/Minnesotan should know what this is. So is cribbage more of a Wisconsin thing or a Minnesota thing, or euchre? Because I was going to ask, which is more of a Wisconsin staple, cribbage or euchre?
Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of the tryhards chiming in. It's like, it's sheep's head. The game's sheep's
Or
head.
do we put
I don't
sheep's
know
head in
any
there?
of
I don't.
these
I couldn't play any three of those.
It's basically euchre with more cards. Sheep's head.
It's euchre, but more confusing.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt.
So euchre only uses like a little more than a third of the deck.
So should we put all three on the poll question, or just?
I have a different poll question in the field. I'll be honest. I went rogue, guys.
Oh, you put one up already?
I just did.
All right.
Is it IPT for your significant other to tell you not to wear clothes given to you by previous partners?
Oh.
I don't want to let that go. That has to be that. The people need to know, and people need to chime in.
It's not IPT because every time that I look at your damn shirt, I'm going to be jealous and annoyed at you. Not IPT. Or maybe that means it is.
I think it means it is.
We can still ask the cribbage question.
Yeah, let's
but
ask
we're
the
just
cribbage
asking
one.
it a little later.
We're going to play Yanni or Laurel coming up next, but Ryan, our psychedelic advisor, chimes in. I love Sheephead, but no one ever knows how to play it.
That's the problem. Same with euchre. More people know how to play euchre than sheep.
I feel like you have to be super old to know how to play those, or had a good relationship with your grandparents.
That's how I learned cribbage.
Guys, people are selling these cribbage boards from WTMJ
For like $100
on eBay for $61. 25 bids this one has that I see.
And that's not even a buy it now. That's gonna go up.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Shout out to WTMJ.
Cribbage is cool, man.
I was told internally.
Cool.
People were wondering, like, do we have any at the op? There's none.
Really?
Yeah, it was none
Wow.
kept.
It's crazy.
Right?
Good for them.
All right, this is Jim Matt and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like London Depot, Doubledays, Sundown Saloon, and Paul's Neighborhood Bar.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. National and local awards proving Siding Unlimited will deliver peace of mind. Looking for inspiration to replace your windows, roofing, siding, and doors? Stop by our amazing showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. And definitely check out sidingunlimited.com. We are Siding Unlimited.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Meet Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Got that boom, boom, boom. How to beat bang.
I like that boom, boom, pow. Them chickens jacking my style. They try to copy my swagger. I'm on that next now. I'm sold 3008. You sold 2000 and late. I got that boom, boom, boom. That future boom, boom, boom. Let me get it now.
Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that boom.
Prime is dancing in the Everlight Solar Studio. What's up with this? Is there a meaning behind this?
Well, Jim, your shirt, you said you got it in 2008. Black Eyed Peas singing about being so 2000 and late.
He's such a good producer.
That's
He
the
really-
shirt right now.
he really
is
is.
a little 2000 and late.
Well, it won't be worn again. Matt Hamilton, Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors
bullying
Light.
Jim into like throwing a t-shirt
Good.
away.
Let's just do it every day.
If I could, well, no, I
kidding.
won't get rid of other clothing, but like honestly, I have like 4 shirts similar to it, which is why I didn't even realize that I think I haven't worn it in a while. That I was like, that's fine. I probably could easily get rid of it. Primetime Wollersheim behind the glass, and the poll question that's getting traction is about Sheepshead. So Eric and Madison chimes in. We did ask you, what's the more Wisconsin game, Sheepshead, Euchre, or Cribbage, in honor of WTMJ Cribbage Night at the Brewers game on Saturday, which blew up. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube. You can stream us with the ESPN Wisconsin app. Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. Eric and Madison chimes in. Sheepshead's players tend to come from Michigan coast, Milwaukee area, etc. Germans and Poles. Euchre, I think, is more Scandinavian. It's a more Scandinavian game and common throughout the state. I think cribbage is popular just about everywhere. I can almost promise you, when I lived in Florida, if I said the word cribbage, nobody would have any idea what I'm talking about.
Well, it depends where you're at in Florida. That's Snowbird Central.
I lived in South. Well, not where I live. South Florida is East Coasters coming.
I will
down.
say, I just asked out in the office, like, of the 5 people that are there, who knows how to play euchre or cribbage, and of course only 2 of them did, and the same 2 knew how to play both games.
And let me guess, it was 2 of the older people that work in our office, no?
Well, one of them, not me. I didn't include myself in this group of 5.
All right, so we'll circle back to that.
I thought cribbage as well was like a nationwide game. I knew euchre was like regional. I didn't realize cribbage was as well. I thought that was just one of those games like, yeah, you probably learned it from a grandparent, and it's just a game that was played very commonly throughout America, but I guess it's also regional.
All right, here's what I got. According to Google AI, cribbage is particularly popular in northern states from New England to the Pacific coast. The Midwest, especially Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota, have a strong cribbage following, according to Britannica. And then it says other regions, while not as widespread as the North, cribbage has a presence in other regions, including Florida. The game is somewhat popular in Canada.
Probably Arizona, too. There's a lot of snowbirds down there.
Yeah, it does not. Arizona's not listed. So it says the states it's most popular in are Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, basically states that start with an M. Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Oregon.
Or an upside down.
Oregon, Washington, and California.
Does nobody just play Yahtzee or Solitaire anymore? Because, I mean, that's my jam.
I just learned how to play Yahtzee not that long ago. Solitaire was never really my game. I had friends, so it's,
I used to play it on my grandma's computer, so.
Cool.
Thanks.
Grandma should have taught you how to play cribbage instead.
What's the game with, like, bricks? Like, my wife likes to play it on her iPad. She'll play Solitaire.
Tetris?
No.
Brick Breaker?
No, it's an actual, you can play it with actual.
Candy Crush?
It starts with an M.
Minesweeper?
No, I don't. No, it's not like a.
Do you play it on a BlackBerry?
It's a
Sweeper.
No,
Minesweeper.
it's a game you could play like cribbage, but like you can also play it online now. I don't want to butcher the name with it. It starts with an M.
Mancala? Is that what it is? I've heard. I don't know if that's. I know the game Mancala is a board game, but it might be very different.
No, Mancala is the one with like the
rocks.
Okay, like I said, I know it's a board game. I'm not sure what it's about.
It's literally stones. It has nothing to do with bricks.
Well, I'm trying
It's
to
the
put
ones you
together
put in the dishes.
I'm trying to put together this riddle from Jim with the board game that starts with M and has bricks. It's.
He didn't say it was a board game. He said she plays it on her iPad.
But it is a board game version, but a digital board game essentially.
Yeah.
Monopoly.
I'll look it up during the break here. Let's get actually while you get this Yanni or Laurel ready, we can I'll have the answer for you.
So guys, okay, all right.
Yeah, right.
So
Awful.
guys,
Repeat.
yeah, no kidding. All right, so guys, we want to play some Yanni or Laurel, and let's go back and reset what exactly Yanni or Laurel is, because for anyone who wasn't listening, we debuted this about 2 weeks ago. Giannis Antetokounmpo currently still undecided about what will happen with him this offseason. Chris Haynes reporting over the weekend that he and the Bucks are set to meet sometime this week to talk further about his decision and what the team's decision will be with him this offseason. So until then, we're reading way too into everything that Giannis does or says. So if you guys remember the Rorschach test of anything that goes online, similar to the blue or yellow dress back in the day, similar to that, it was the Yanni or Laurel sensation phenomenon back in 2016. So
Didn't you have an open for this?
we do, but I'm trying to set it up first.
Oh, okay.
I got to explain it before the open.
Okay.
No. I'll go ahead and set it up here. So guys, when you hear this audio, do you hear Yanni or Laurel?
Do you hear Yanni?
Laurel. Laurel.
Or Laurel?
Laurel. Laurel.
Matt?
I have only ever heard Laurel.
Again, I hear Laurel now, but I will die on the idea that I heard Yanni the first time.
Matt?
Laurel.
Jim heard Yanni the first time. Well, let's see if we're going to hear Yanni or Laurel when it comes to some of the tweets that Giannis Antetokounmpo had late Saturday night, guys. Now we'll get to the open.
Will Giannis stay or will he go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Time to play. Is it Laurel or Yanni?
So, guys, as we said, it's just the Rorschach test of anything Giannis says during the offseason. We have to overanalyze it with the frame of Yanni or Laurel.
Laurel.
So, guys, why don't we get it kicked off? Giannis, late on Saturday night, went on a very random Q&A on Twitter, apparently. People were just asking him.
I had to check if this was real.
It was very real. I don't know where he's at, what time of the night it is. Jim, you want to say something big?
Adam Johnson chimes in on Twitter, at Jim Rutledge. Mahjong, Mahjong.
Okay.
I texted my wife.
I have never seen this board
That
game
was it?
before.
Yeah, that's
Mahjong. It's a Chinese board game, yes.
Yeah,
now
but
I know
it's
exactly
kind
what
of
you're
like,
talking about.
so my wife likes Sudoku, and
Yeah.
she likes. There's a little bit of counting or math, I believe, involved as well. I couldn't play it at all, but she likes to play that game, and that's the one she plays. It's similar to solitaire, and the idea that you're trying to basically pile up points and get all the bricks gone or whatever.
This looks very confusing. It looks like dominoes almost.
It's
but
almost
not.
as confusing as Giannis's Q&A late on Saturday night.
Facts.
So why don't we get into it a little deeper, guys? He was just answering random fans online, and let's look at some of the questions and some of the answers. So, guys, first we have from YGBK at Sexton Hater on Twitter. Colin Sexton Hater, I assume. What's your favorite city to play in on the road? Giannis saying New York. Guys, is this
dun dun dun?
Is this Yanni?
Laurel.
Or Laurel?
Laurel.
And I forget which one's.
Yanni means Giannis is staying. Laurel means he's leaving. Molly, what do you say? Is he staying or leaving?
Laurel.
He has mentioned that he would love to go to a big market, and him saying that he would like to go, or that he enjoys playing in New York. But also, this is also Madison Square Garden, so it's like, don't most NBA players enjoy playing there? But I'm gonna say Laurel. Adios.
Think he's leaving, Jim?
Yep.
Yeah, I think mostly is going to be Laurel.
Okay, we know where Jim's at. Matt?
I mean, it's pretty. I like that we're going in depth here because there's a lot of places that I really enjoy curling, but I'm not moving there or want to play there regularly.
Oh,
good pull.
But this is a Laurel.
Laurel.
If I had to pick one.
Rough. All right, guys, we'll keep going. Some of the other ones he responded to. Toddy at It's Toddy YT on Twitter. What are your favorite colors, Giannis? Giannis replying with sky blue. Guys, do we think this is Yanni or Laurel?
Laurel.
Matt, sky blue. Think of any teams that have a sky blue jersey?
Thunder, maybe?
The Thunder do. Any others?
No, Nuggets, not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that sky blue. Right? That's not sky blue.
Memphis?
Memphis? That doesn't make sense. You know who does have an alternate sky blue jersey? The Houston Rockets.
Laurel.
I'm not going to dive into this one. This one's a Yanni.
Yanni?
Laurel.
What's
Means
your favorite
nothing?
color? He's not.
Yanni
doing
means
what,
it's something, though.
What?
Means he's staying.
No, it
Yanni
means
means
he's staying.
staying.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Milwaukee.
So you think that means he's staying?
Yeah. So when I'm saying he's staying, I'm saying it's a nothing.
Can I just say
burger.
these are all he's just messing with everyone? But I'll go with.
No, this is serious, Jim.
I'm gonna go with Laurel.
The Bucks have a blue jersey too.
That's not sky blue. That is a dark river blue, is how they brand it.
All right. Well,
You can't roll your eyes at that. That's not a sky blue jersey.
well, I'm literally looking at a website with all the different blue, the colorways of each team. I'm gonna say Yanni.
Yanni.
Hey, you know,
It's a nothing burger.
The Brewers were a bit of a sky blue. Maybe he's just having fun and being fully entertained at these Brewer games.
So WWE is Cinema at WWE Cinema on Twitter also asked, "What's your favorite MLB team?" Giannis simply replying with Brewers. Molly, Yanni,
Laurel.
or Laurel?
Laurel.
Giannis does not care about baseball.
Well, he might
Me
care
and
about-
Giannis are aligned. We do not
Be
care.
able to see
We
his
come for the
favorite
brats
team
and the
play.
good time at Amphion
He
Field.
might care about one team, the one he's invested in, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Fair. I
Laurel.
forgot about that. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, neither.
Aaron Rodgers is still an owner of the Milwaukee Bucks, and he's not here.
True. All right, Jim, Yanni or Laurel?
I'll go Laurel.
It means he's leaving? That he likes the Brewers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's just putting stuff out there. I think he's leaving. So I think he's just trying to throw people
Matt?
off the track.
He's trying to keep fans on his
He's
side.
back.
Yeah.
Why would he? Wait, with such a hands-on
Wait, I got-
with the Bucks team, why would you not expect a part owner in the Brewers to be equally hands-on?
Like
think
I
he's
just
sticking
said,
around.
he could literally live anywhere in the world and still
And-
be an owner.
And
Yeah, but he can't be as hands-on as he's been with the Bucks organization with the Brewers if he's not there. So he's going to stick around.
okay.
Nobody here understood. What?
Speaking of fandoms,
Giannis picking his teammates and picking his coaches. He's doing the same for the Brewers.
Just like Aaron Rodgers.
He sucks
Yeah.
at it. This team stinks.
speaking of fandoms, somebody else, Purdy Poppin' 30s at Joe T831 on Twitter asked, "Do you have a favorite NFL team now that you've been in the States a while?" Giannis replying with Packers and Dallas Cowboys.
Texas.
Matt?
Texas.
Oh man.
Texas.
That's a Laurel. He's out of here.
Laurel.
Adios.
All right, well, speaking of adios, he was also asked, "Now that you've been in America for a while, which city makes you the happiest to be there, not counting your own hometown?" Giannis replying with Florida cities.
I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
Molly?
Like he literally just said Florida cities, or did
yeah,
he
he didn't
list them?
specify. He
Florida
just said
cities.
Florida cities. So Orlando, Miami.
All right, he wants to be where it's warm. Laurel.
Laurel.
I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
Can I have one if you're not going to get to it.
Oh, well, we got a few more, Jim.
Okay, well, it's all right. A few more. Jesus. All right, let's go.
All right, I guess Jim wasn't too excited about this. All right,
I thought we did like 4. All
well,
right.
the next one he asked, "What's your favorite type of cheese?"
Okay, this is the one that I
Giannis?
think is important.
Giannis replying with feta cheese.
He's Greek.
Laurel.
What do you mean? That's
But
important.
it's Laurel because he could have served fan service and said some other type of cheese if he was staying. He could have
He's
said
saying-
cheese.
Not
giving-
to say delicious Greek cheese can't be made right here in Wisconsin thanks to Odyssey.
Okay, we'll get to that later.
But
anyways,
you're also, but he's also doing fan service by saying Packers, but yet we've all said Laurel with that one.
yeah, it's Laurel. He's leaving. This is like he could have just said any type of cheese.
No,
He could've
that
done-
means he's staying. This is the
I think he's
cheese
just proud of
capital
it being
of
Greek.
country.
Well, I will say that question was also from Team Cheese Incorporated TM at Team Cheese WX on Twitter.
Okay.
All right.
Team Cheese.
All right, last one I'll throw at you guys then. Giannis, did you ever have a first NBA jersey as a kid? He said a fake Carmelo Anthony Denver jersey.
Oh, going to the Nuggets.
Yeah,
Laurel.
I don't think it means anything. I'm just saying, how do we grade that being a first jersey for Giannis? A fake
Dope.
Carmelo Anthony Denver
That's a good
jersey?
one.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Denver's got a great colorway, great
Yeah.
jersey.
What is that noise?
What is happening?
That's an alarm of some sort.
Oh yeah.
That's a real alarm. Yeah, that's not fake. I'm not doing that.
In the
Yanni,
studio.
Yep.
Yanni or Laurel? Are we gonna die?
Why don't we go to a commercial break quickly?
All right. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Play tough, bowl-eligible record, which means more for the Badgers entering the 2025 season. Wisconsin's all-time sack leader, Tarek Saleh, weighs in, the defensive star, during the latest episode of the Jump Around Digital Show.
I would say how they play is number 1. You want to be gritty, you want to be tough, and then number 2 would be get bowl eligible. I think that would be fantastic.
The Jump Around Digital Show, streaming Thursdays at 12:30 on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel. You can also replay every episode on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't wait to upgrade your windows and doors, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
People travel the world to collect Hard Rock shirts, and Hard Rock Casino Rockford is going to give the people what they want. Get in on the action at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where all new Unity card signups receive an official Hard Rock shirt, plus free play to kickstart a winning streak. Whether you're spinning the slots or playing the tables, you'll be dressed for success. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities, plus membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly. As you can hear, there are alarms going off here at the Spark building. I'm in the Everlight Solar studio. Jim Rutledge with you. Sounds like everything's okay, but obviously this would probably be annoying if you're trying to listen or watch on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream or stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. So while we wait for this to kind of get better, maybe you should just head on over to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton and enjoy the Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl happy hour. And then you can follow along on your phone. And then when we're back, you can just stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. So go over to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Tell Lee, tell Kevin what's up. Say, hey, there's a little incident going on at the Spark building. Jim, Matt, and Molly are fine, but they can't be on the air right now because it's kind of annoying. And you should go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton, get yourself a steak sandwich, a Coors Light, and enjoy an easy end to your Monday. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We'll be back as soon as the alarms stop going off here at the Spark building in Madison. Again, everything's fine, but we're not going to make you suffer through this alarm. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly opened Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Memorial Day savings are here at Brothers Maine. Shop unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Monogram. Plus, enjoy expert support and free local delivery. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
At Metro Ford of Madison, they sell vehicles that are built in America for America. This month, enjoy their You Pay What We Pay sale. The 2024 Ford Mach-E offers 0% APR financing for 72 months. $13.89 cost per $1,000 borrowed. The 2024 Ford F-150 is available with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months. $16.47 per $1,000 borrowed. Bonus cash available on XLT and SXT models. All offers available to qualified credit. Browse their inventory at MetroFordofMadison.com.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
9 minutes of fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Some Metro Kia breaking news as the fire alarm has stopped here at the American Family Spark building, and we will be continuing the second hour of Jim, Matt, and Molly coming up next. But got to update you on the Brewers and their miserable month of May. First, the Brewers able to snatch a win from the Minnesota Twins yesterday, winning 5-2, thanks in large part to the glove of star outfielder Jackson Chourio. But that came after the Brewers were shut out in consecutive games for the third time this season, as they lost 3-0 to the Twins on Friday and 7-0 to the Twins on Saturday. Here's manager Pat Murphy speaking after the Brewers' loss on Saturday.
I think they're good. Now, did we go spend a lot of money in the offseason, guys? Let's call a spade a spade. No, we didn't. Are we real deep in the position player business? No, we're not. But we have good ones. And we have ones that aren't getting the results right now and aren't in their best state of mind.
Murphy with a very honest assessment of where the team is at. Well, they'll look to turn things around in a 3-game series starting against the Baltimore Orioles tonight, 6:40 p.m. first pitch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim.
He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We don't speak about
Speak
her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
She had less hope in the Packers winning against the Broncos at Denver than the Packers beating Philly at Lambeau.
Molly's smart.
That seems like Looney Tunes to me.
See, it's okay because you're just like my
Molly.
husband. I literally will say anything, but he won't believe it until it comes from somebody else. So
Like Kay Adams.
you're the same way.
Like Kay Adams.
Exactly.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
We're back and we're safe. We have no concerns coming through on the Carbos Talking text line 844-770-3776.
Thanks, everybody.
This is more. Jim at Madison, this is not me texting it. I think someone pulled the fire alarm to save you from that Yanni Laurel bit.
Laurel.
I like it. Why do people hate on it?
I'll be honest, that one wasn't one of the better. That was not as good as the first time we did it.
A little long.
It was a little. No, it was the perfect length. Jim got very upset about me not getting to the feta one in time.
But it was also just a little long.
Oh, come on.
But
How
it wasn't.
so?
It wasn't. You had too many questions. Matt honestly was just overthinking everything.
No.
Every single answer from him was like a minute long.
No, but Matt
we gotta pop through it.
He's trying to be a radio guy.
We need Matt to go too deep into it. That's the point of Laurel or Yanni.
Laurel.
Is Giannis staying or leaving?
All
we have
right.
to analyze these tweets.
So maybe next time we just do like 3.
Hope to God he gets traded soon and we're done with this. All right.
You should stop doing Q&As on Twitter late on a Saturday night. Maybe we wouldn't have to do it.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I've got the power primetime Laura Shine behind the glass in the Everlight Solar Studio. Someone pulled the fire alarm here. Again, maybe it was to save us from the Yanni Laurel
I
bit,
will
but
say, as someone who produced that segment and who made the music bed, I thought for sure I just messed something up horribly at the end of it.
too.
And I was like, how did I put it like a truck backing up into the middle
it
of
was
this
it was
audio?
strange.
That was the U-Haul pulling up to Giannis's house.
608 chimes in with sky blue is the color of the Greek flag.
Oh.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
then the Adam and Madison and Brett and Madison chimed in with Mahjong as well. So thank you all for chiming in. People have far more interest in the cribbage, euchre, Mahjong, and what was the other game? Sheep's Head conversation more than anything else we've done on today's show.
That tracks for our fans.
Well, and the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah. We love us some good games.
We do. We do have
But just not Yanni or Laurel.
we have a couple Siding Unlimited poll questions out there. We have, would you say this Brewers season has been full of fun and entertainment? In honor of Mark Attanasio saying that that's his job, is to make the season fun and entertaining. Right now, 89% of you say no. We also have a couple questions up, Siding Unlimited poll questions up at the, or actually we only have one up. We didn't post the other one yet.
Well, I was going to, but then a fire alarm went off. Okay.
Is it in poor taste for your significant other to tell you not to wear the clothes given to you by a previous partner? Right now, 67% of you say yes, in poor taste.
No, they're wrong. It's in poor taste to wear clothes from another significant other.
Yeah.
Like,
so you can tell.
why are you thinking about your
I
ex-girlfriend
honestly think,
still?
though, well, I think it's different for
Do you love her?
for men and women because one, like, I don't even bother anymore trying to buy outside of like a hoodie or whatever. I'm not buying clothes for my wife. It's just not like.
Yeah, outside of a hoodie.
And please
Yeah.
don't,
So, like,
because you're probably not going to pick out anything.
The only thing you can do is like the only thing you're allowed to shop for as a guy for your female significant other is something cozy.
Right. But
Like, I can't get her anything that I think would be nice because if you oversize it, you think she's fat. If you undersize it, she is fat. And you are not winning. Okay.
Yes, I have figured out T-shirt sizes as well. I'm just not getting anything that's like
Oh, my God.
that's going to be trying to be fancy or anything nice like that. But I do think that it's common for women to give guys clothes and guys don't buy clothes. Like, especially younger guys, you don't buy clothes for yourself. So, like, having a wardrobe full of clothes, like, I feel like in my life I probably had a wardrobe full of most clothes either given to me by a significant other or my mom. You know what I mean? Like, and then over time it fades out. So I think it's common for guys just to have clothes that were given to them and you kind of just forgot it was given to you because especially younger guys, they have no fashion sense. And a lot of times I think in earlier relationships, women like to play dress up with their boyfriends of like, I am dating a slob and I'm going to get him to wear what I want to wear. And then and then the clothes just kind of stay with you because guys don't want to buy more clothes. So you just hang it up and then you just forget. Like you forgot about the person, but apparently
We don't forget.
Not Molly Brown, but also Molly, you're very young, so it's very like any relationship you had would be pretty fresh to.
Right,
I
yeah.
am 45. I met my wife when I was 29 years, or before I was 29 years old,
Yeah.
or right around 29.
That's
so
fair.
like, yeah.
I mean, me and Molly immediately same page. We're like, do you still love her?
But you said that your wife would have that.
Well,
reaction.
yeah, but I know, but that's why I would never do it. It would never even happen because I know exactly
Because he knows his
the
wife is
reaction.
crazy, just like me.
And I've never asked my wife, but I
No,
know
but yeah.
she's mentioned in passing that she has jewelry that's been given to her by other guys. I don't
See,
care
I
what it
wouldn't
is.
even mention it to my husband. Like, I have these earrings. I can specifically call out these earrings that, like, I almost got some of my husband. My boyfriend from, like, high school got me from Prague.
Yeah.
Because they were from a different, like, he went over there and,
Yeah.
like, got me. I still have
Would your
them.
husband care?
I don't know. I don't
Does he
think
know?
so. No, but
So
like
just
I
leave
don't
it
wear
that
them
way,
because
yeah.
they're ugly. Because like he shouldn't have bought them because he had bad taste, like most.
It's actually
guys.
worse you have them if they're ugly. Like it's more of like
Yeah,
if you
why
had
do you
something.
hold on
Like my
to
wife
them
has
for
like
if they're
diamond
ugly?
earrings.
It's like, oh, I have
Do you
earrings
still
from
love
Prague.
him?
Yeah, do you still love
Maybe.
Because like I've like I believe I've updated some diamonds that she's gotten, and like I
Yeah.
feel like I didn't buy them for her, and I don't. I mean, maybe you buy your own diamond rings, but like I feel like I was like, yeah, we'll just get this cheapskates diamond earrings out
Yeah.
of here. We'll get some bigger ones.
So that's a flex. That's,
But also,
that's
like,
good.
I think, like, my wife, like, all the time I ask her, like, can I update our ring? Like, I got you. Like, I didn't have any money. And she's like, no, this is the ring you gave me. This is the ring I want.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times, a lot of stuff kind of does carry sentimental value. But I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think she's thinking of these people, especially, again, we're 17 years in together.
So you don't know.
We're just gonna make Jim question his
Yeah.
life.
No,
He's gonna go home and be like, babe, I hope you're ready to go shopping because we're going shirt shopping for me and then we're going to Chalmers for you to get that custom piece of jewelry.
So speaking of changing the subject here, back to the Yanni or Laurel. We don't have to do this as a bit on it, but Chris Haynes from the Chris Haynes Briefs podcast, and Chris Haynes has worked for ESPN a lot of different places. He's a good NBA insider. He had some information about Giannis that he shared. I want to share with you guys.
I was told the Bucks made contact with Giannis Antetokounmpo early as this morning, and sources relayed to me that a meeting is expected to be scheduled for mid next week. This is where Giannis is going to have the chance to speak with Bucks brass and talk about the direction of the team. And there's a lot going on with the Bucks this offseason. Knowing Giannis personally, one of the toughest competitors we have in this league, guy who has great ambition. He wants multiple championships. That's all he wants to do is be put in a position where he can play alongside a team that has a chance to fight for a title. This is going to be a very, very crucial meeting next week.
So the question I have off of that, well, what you got?
I mean, it's a nothing burger, isn't it? it's like it's happening next week, and
No, what's happening
he's-
this week? This was from Saturday.
Yeah, so he's not like wrong that it's a big thing, but like we've been anticipating this for like weeks now.
Well, now we know the date. Like,
Yeah.
we might know this week if Giannis is going to ask for a trade, if they're going to try to trade him.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. I mean, but yeah, we knew it was coming. It's nice to know when, but I was hoping I'd get like some inclination. If anything, he gave me the vibe that if Giannis's goal is to win a championship, multiple championships, it's bye-bye Milwaukee.
Holly?
No, it's definitely a deal, a big deal, I guess we could say, because like you said, now we know the actual time frame when it's going to be, when these conversations are going to be happening, and I don't know if we're actually going to get anything out of it. That's what I'm so curious to see what happens. If it's just, oh, the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis had a good talk, or they've agreed to go separate ways, or like I'm just curious to see what happens and how it kind of all shapes out. But did any of you guys notice that he says Giannis's name wrong? He pronounces Antetokounmpo wrong.
I'm not calling anyone out on that.
It was almost as bad as yours, and the fact that he is
Giannis,
who he is.
Wait, because there is, I think this is what Matt
He
was
says
trying.
Antetokounmpo.
Well, hold on a second.
It's pronounced Bo. The end is Bo.
Yeah, so to be honest, Matt screwed up because he was trying to say Giannis's last name the way that you would say it if you were Greek.
But he skips like a syllable of his
Well, go ahead and
last
play
name.
it.
So the Bucks made contact with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo?
Yeah.
But double check to make sure, because there is a specific way to pronounce it that is not
I have
how...
never heard somebody say Antetokounmpo.
It's just Bo.
I've
You
heard-
finish
yeah.
with say it the same way you normally would. I'm not even going to try it, but Bo.
But he's skipping a syllable.
Yeah.
You're right. He did. He did.
I believe the original pronunciation is Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the Nigerian pronunciation. I think Antetokounmpo is actually like the slight Greek inflection from what I've heard and read. So that's why, like, even Stephen Watson, when he joined us, he said Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But I'm not talking about the bow or the po.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Chris Haynes skips half the.
So it's just
the
kind of
name.
funny. But
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to throw stones on
I mean, I
mispronouncing
can.
names.
You can't.
I'm not. I will not. Good try, dog. That's a tough one.
But no, it is interesting though. I mean, do you guys think that we're going to get an answer on what's next? Or
No, I think they're going to be like, they had a good meeting. They all agreed on the direction that the Bucks and they want to take, and
If they
they're
say
going to
they
let
agree-
you guys know when some like new updates.
No, if they say they agree, then the Giannis is staying. So I got a couple quick questions here. So
Well, I guess what I'm saying is they're going to give you they're going to tell you that they met, and we're not going to let you know what's going
there's
on.
going to be no press release, but there's going to be something coming from Giannis's camp or Milwaukee's camp that's going to say that that meeting went really well and they feel good about it, or they don't feel good about it. That's what will come out of that.
you think somebody's going to announce if they don't feel good about it?
It won't be announced. It'll be reported because both sides will leak to people.
Okay.
So my question is two-part. One, a lot of people are like, oh, Miles Turner, the Bucks can sign him or get a free agent. Who in the hell is coming to Milwaukee if you are worried at all that Giannis is leaving? Because this is still kind of a one-year fix. Because Giannis hasn't committed long-term. And now you look at it and say, if I'm a free agent, why am I coming here? Like, why would I come to Milwaukee unless I'm signing a one-year deal? Because if I'm going to play a year with Giannis and I'm stuck in Milwaukee in a rebuild, pass. So I don't know where this magical gap year comes. The only gap year is like this team has to eat crap for a year. And Giannis is like, Giannis can just be Mr. Everything and try to have the greatest statistical season of all time and get the team to a 6 seed.
And also, it's funny that you bring up Miles Turner because he is literally going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm
with
sorry, not
Pacers.
Miles Turner. Who's the center from Oh, you're right. But he is. But he's a free agent. Yeah, that's the guy that
Yeah,
people
no,
bring up.
so
Yes,
it's
you're
just
right,
funny. It's like, okay, yeah, would he want to go from being
Sure.
in the Eastern Conference Finals with an up-and-coming Pacers team to
I
go
think
with the Bucks with nobody?
Isn't he out for like the next couple of weeks
I
with
think,
a hamstring
I
injury?
think the issue with him is more is getting squeezed with the cap. The same thing's happening in the Bucks. Like the Boston's going to have to blow up their team a little bit. The aprons in the NBA are squeezing some teams and making them have to move some guys. The injury won't matter in free agency, so that part is not major concern. But with this, who in their right mind's coming here? So the only thing the Bucks could do is try to make a trade, and like then you could try to make like a sad like you could trade Kyle Kuzma for some other team's trash because you have some money. So like Kyle Kuzma's got $20 million a year essentially for the next 2 years. You could trade him for someone who costs more, and like maybe is better, but not enough. Like
Michael Porter Jr.
That's a name.
Nuggets.
Yep. that's actually a name I heard from the Bill Simmons podcast with Ryan Russillo, is that Michael Porter Jr., kind of unreliable, kind of stinky, but like maybe you could just trade him away because Denver wants to cut some money. So they could be like, all right, we'll take Kyle Kuzma. You can take Porter Jr. and take a flyer on it. Because he's the other thing I want to bring up real quick here, because a lot of, including on Sportsman, with Evan Cohen, they're like, why aren't we talking about Jokic in Denver like this? I'll give you a couple reasons. One, Jokic has not been adamant like Giannis has been. Like Jokic after season ends goes, I want to go ride my horses. Jokic has not been like, build me a championship team or I'm leaving or I want to win. So he hasn't done that. And two, Denver is in such a better position. They still have Jamal Murray and Eric Gordon.
Even though they just fired their head coach.
But
and Jokic was coaching them through the whole playoffs.
But you have Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon, and you still have Porter Jr. Like, the Bucks don't have anyone as good as any of those players.
Yep. Would you like to hear what Jokic said in his post-game press conference?
Yeah.
Asked what he's going to plan to be doing this offseason or what's coming next for the Nuggets?
Yeah.
We will see, But from now, like next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of beer probably.
Coors Light, yeah.
Beer and horses.
Mountain
Beer and
Blue
horses.
out there, out in Denver.
Indeed, they are.
He knows what's
Golden,
up.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So I was getting at, yeah.
I was just making it known for everybody.
Yeah, that's where Coors is made.
Rocky Mountains.
Matt, tell us where Odyssey is made.
Oh, obviously, Odyssey's made right here in Wisconsin. Sourcing local milk, Odyssey and the Klondike Creamery down in Monroe. They do a fantastic job at these Greek-inspired flavors. From the yogurt, they've got this fun little stuff called like labna. It's like a Greek yogurt. It's kind of tangy, but it kind of has a little more cream cheese consistency. It's fantastic. And let's not forget the delicious feta. I mentioned it's Wisconsin. I should also mention it's 4 generations of honing their craft down there at Odyssey in Monroe. So if you're looking for that delicious Greek flavor, maybe you're looking for some Greek yogurt to marinate some chicken or some feta to go in a delicious salad of some sort, check out Odyssey. They are basically everywhere. They're nationwide, baby. So you can find Odyssey wherever you go grocery shopping. And remember, if you're trying to shop local and get that Wisconsin good cheese, you look no further than Odyssey and Klondike Creamery.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It's like dogs. Like you get like the snickerdoodle or all these. Like you're trying to build a
Snickerdoodle?
Is that a real dog?
No, it's like a golden doodle.
Golden
It's a cookie.
doodle. Golden doodle.
Like a
Sorry.
snickerdoodle. Half poodle, half Snickers bar.
I'm sure golden doodle. I don't know. This breeding dogs thing is dumb.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
It's time to make your yard the best on the block with Memorial Day savings at the Home Depot. Start by keeping the weeds at bay with Earthgrow Mulch, now 4 for $10. Then keep your garden thriving with Miracle Grow Garden Soil, now on special buy, 4 for $10. Give your neighbors yard envy all summer long with Memorial Day savings going on now at the Home Depot.
Bandana? Check. Boots? Check. Gloves? Check. As a motorcycle rider in Wisconsin, you may go to great lengths to protect your image. Just be sure you're protecting yourself, too. Wear a Department of Transportation-approved helmet. Perform safety checks on your motorcycle. Know the traffic laws and don't take risks. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
When you're in the right place at the right time,
things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. Go behind the scenes of the Emmy-nominated Giannis documentary. Get the real story of the blockbuster trade for Damian Lillard. Hear the origin of Bucks in 6. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Ride the Revolution. Cycle Nation is coming back to Madison. Join the American Stroke Association and the American Heart Association on May 21st at the Sylvie as we pedal for a purpose. Teams can join the movement as we raise funds and heartbeats to end strokes and save lives. It's all happening May 21st at the Sylvie. Visit cyclenation.org/Madison and register today. Locally sponsored by Carbon World Health and ESPN Madison.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge, alongside Matt Hamilton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Primetime Wollershaw behind the glass. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us with the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we do have our third Siding Unlimited poll question finally up. I'm assuming this one is up at Jim, Matt, and Molly.
That'd be correct.
Alrighty. In honor of WTMJ giving away a cribbage board and helping the Brewers have a raucous crowd in their loss on Saturday to the Twins, and it was enough of a crowd where Pat Murphy pointed out that it was a nice full house on a Saturday. Which game is more of a Wisconsin staple? And we've just trimmed it down to 2, I guess. Cribbage or euchre? And right now, because I voted cribbage 100%. I don't really
Take
know.
that for data.
I don't know which one is which. Matt
I voted
Hamilton?
the other way. I voted euchre.
So now it'll be 50-50. Molly, you going to split this up here?
You guys, I don't
You can
know
just
how
tell
to
us.
do either one.
You can just tell us.
but which one do you feel like you've heard more from?
Euchre?
Euchre. There you go.
Probably.
Because of Bob?
Because cribbage. Yeah. I mean, is there a relation? But I feel like cribbage is just very Wisconsin. Like, I don't think I heard about that until I think Wilde and Tausch talked about it on their show. Like 2 years ago. Literally.
And then the other one we had, would you say this Brewers season has been full of fun and entertainment? Because Mark Antanasio famously said earlier, actually in the offseason in February, that his job is to provide an entertaining product. And Pat Murphy called a spade and said, look, we didn't get anyone this offseason, so you got to kind of take this season with a grain of salt. Right now, 90% of you say it has not been fun and entertaining.
That might be the
think
most swung.
they're good.
The most swung poll. I don't know.
The most what?
I don't know how to.
I don't know what you said.
Swung
Lopsided poll?
Lopsided.
Yeah, lopsided poll.
Well, you know, like
goodness.
like how the polls are swung, right? No, is it hung?
That means it went from one side to the other. Like,
Hung polls swing different ways, but like in this case, this would be a one-sided poll. It did not swing one. It did not swing from yes to no.
Well, this is a swung poll.
This is a lopsided poll.
It's a lopsided poll. It's not swung.
It's honestly, if we had it, it's almost giving you the finger. It needs another knuckle in there. But.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right. She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. Anyways, I wanted to get to, well, Matt, you were hot on something. So we don't have, We'll continue it in Stones. We're going to do a rare, bring it up before Stones. So maybe I'll set it up here. We'll go to break, and we'll come back with it as a Stone.
Okay.
But you were pretty excited about the idea of the rule changes that could possibly be happening Tuesday, Wednesday. I think the owners are meeting up in Minnesota. A couple are on the table, according to Albert Breer. One would be the tush push of allowing basically removing the tush push, going back to the old rules that you can't push someone anywhere on the field. And then the other one is basically seeding in the NFL strictly on record and reseeding after round one. So, like, for an example, the Packers, a 5 seed, would have just gone and lost to Washington instead of losing to Philadelphia. I don't think they're beating Washington either. But in this case, they still would have had a higher seed as a 5 seed. And then the other one that you're excited about is?
Oh, it's whether NFL players should be allowed to compete in the Olympics in 2028 in LA in flag football.
So those are some options there that you can kind of chime in. We're going to ask the poll question here after the break, but let me tell you about our friends at J&K Security Solutions. They're locally owned, they're family owned, they're veteran owned. They care about the community, and they care about making sure your home and business are safe. So contact our good friends at J&K Security Solutions. They are also great Brewer sponsors here on ESPN Madison, and the Brewers do come up 6:04 pregame here on ESPN Madison as they take on the Orioles. Did we say that clear enough for everyone then?
Yeah, you didn't say Oreos this time.
But I think if you're from Baltimore, you'd...
Oreos?
Like, Scott Van Pelt does a very famous Baltimore accent, and they kind of say it like Oreos.
So were you trying to drop into the Baltimore accent when you said that?
I didn't accidentally say Oreos. I just did not Orioles. I did not stretch it out. Like, when I'm reading Harry Potter right now to my oldest, there's certain words like owlry is really kind of a tricky one to say.
Owlry?
Yeah.
Hoot, hoot.
Silvery?
So you just say Oreo?
No, I'm just saying it like once in a while. I knew what I was trying to say. I just didn't say it cleanly. And
Does Baltimore have an accent?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard a Baltimore accent.
So I'm going to give, I wonder if it's on like YouTube or whatever. Scott Van Pelt and Tim Kirchin used to do a whole bit on the Baltimore accent, and he would get Tim Kirchin in stitches because he would do an old school Baltimore accent on the SVP show that used to air here on ESPN Madison. We'll see if Ryan can find that during the break. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think he'll sign, but I think this could get a little cantankerous.
I think it depends on this Jair contract first, though. And they need to do something before June 6th or June 1st or something.
It's June 1st.
6th, just like a funny date.
Because they're all weird dates. It stuck on my head. That's my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
Jair has to be signed
by my dad's birthday.
That's the way the league works.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
You know, Tim, I'm glad you mentioned the Baltimore Orioles and what they've been doing. Sometimes the low-hanging fruit is the piece of fruit you have to pick. What do you make of Giovanni Gallardo joining that staff?
He's really going to help this guy.
Yeah?
He's a very good pitcher, and they really needed him. And I vowed to be better this year. I'm going to turn 60 this year, and as soon as they signed Gallardo on the Orioles, I knew I was dead. So we're in for another. What if they had the old pitching coach on their team, the guy who rocked back and forth? What if he went to the mound to take Gallardo out? What would that be like?
So that is SVP with Tim Kirchin back in the day on ESPN. Madison, I'm sure we aired that episode, but that was on the SVP show. And it was a bit where SVP, who was from the Baltimore area, would get Tim Kirchin basically in stitches doing the Baltimore accent there. And I knew some people down in Florida that were from Baltimore, and they also loved it's more of like, it's kind of like the Wisconsin accent where there's a specific type of person who carries that Wisconsin accent here in Wisconsin, and same thing in Baltimore. It's not like everyone, like I'm guessing if you go to actual, the city of Baltimore, it's not as bad as like you get to certain parts of Baltimore, they got the thicker accent there. But you could hear it with, the funny part was he was referencing a former Brewer in Giovanni Gallardo. But the way that he said it was pretty impressive. Do you not know who Giovanni Gallardo is?
I know who Giovanni Gallardo
okay, yeah,
is.
Even I know that name.
I was going to say SVP went a little deeper with Tim Kirchin.
Okay.
What if they traded for Antonio Bastardo? What if they could get a guy to come out of retirement? What if they could get Hippolito Pichardo? You could have Pichardo, Bastardo, Gallardo, and Mazzoni. Did it happen?
That's really how people in Baltimore talk?
I mean, again,
that sounded
I
more,
get it.
almost like a California SoCal.
That did, yeah. It's like the nasally SoCal.
Yeah. Now, again,
Gallardo.
he's leaning into it, but again, like it's more the how we do the Yooper accent here.
It is.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I've heard Baltimore accent before, though.
It's
You've never heard
That's
that.
crazy. I've never heard that. No.
It's that mid-Atlantic accent. I feel like if you watch the show White Lotus that was on TV recently, there was the mom in it who was like, Piper, oh no.
Yeah,
she has that same thing.
Interesting.
Drawn out vowels.
I've seen Hairspray. That one's from Baltimore. No, you guys haven't seen that? They don't talk like that.
I have not, but that's a musical. I don't
They
think
still
I don't think
talk
they're
in it.
leaning into the
That's
dialect
a
as much.
musical.
Wait, what if they did an authentic version of it with actual Baltimore accents?
Right, that'd be different. I'm just saying in the musical, I don't think they lean into the accents as much.
Okay.
Like,
I'm going to have to
Les
do
Mis
some
is
research.
not in French, at least when we see it, here in the States. But it takes place in France, right?
Well, but I feel like if there was a musical based in the state of Wisconsin, they'd be using Wisconsin accents.
They do. It's the 30-point buck.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
30-point buck.
Yeah.
I gotta get the Chippewa Falls.
Oh, Mark Murphy.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton with you in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Let's get to throwing stones. We teased it last segment.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
All right, so we teased it before. We'll throw up another Siding Unlimited poll question. You can chime in on the Carbos Talking text line 844-770-3776. This is more. Before we get to that, Ryan, the psychedelic advisor, says it's a Baltimore County further out from the city, which would make more sense because city folk in Wisconsin don't carry the Yooper accent as much as the country folk do. So, anyways, our Siding Unlimited poll question is, if you could have only one of these proposed rules pass coming up, they're going to be Tuesday, Wednesday voting on it at the owners' meetings, which one would it be? Banning the tush push, allowing the NFL players to play flag football when the Olympics come to the United States in a few years, or reseeding the NFL playoff? And then also, I'll let you guys chime in. Which one do you hate?
Am I wrong in liking the reseeding idea? Because I just think about last year, and I mean, I think about last year with, right, like the Minnesota Vikings were, 14-3, and then they end up losing to the Lions, and the Lions won the division, and then they ended up being a wild card team, even though they had a better record than XYZ team. And then in years past, we've also seen when the NFC East stunk, when it was the Commanders, Eagles, Giants obviously stunk, Cowboys stunk, that it was like their winning division winner had 8 or 9 wins, and it was like, well, this isn't fair. The Packers are getting getting a wild card spot with 12 wins or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So maybe I'm wrong in thinking that I like the reseeding. I don't know. Talk me out of it, but I like that one the best.
I totally understand where you're coming from. I just feel like it does, even though the team that wins the division still makes like the playoffs, it still takes away from the idea of this micro competition amongst your division rivals being important. Like, I feel like it loses some of that. So, like, at the risk of potentially losing some of, like, the juice behind rivalries, I'm totally cool if, like, say you get some wild card upsets, reseeding the wild card, I think, is fine. But I think if you're a division champion, you're the 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed. That's just the way it is.
Okay, so if the Packers got second behind the Lions, and then they were beat out by, let's say, the Eagles, but the Packers won 4 more games than the Eagles this next season. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying hypothetical. Mm-hmm. Would you be upset that the Eagles are then
a higher seed
in one of the higher seeds?
No, because I can think back 5 years, and the Packers were the beneficiary of being the best team in a bad division. Could have been situations the Packers could have lost more games, had a worse seed or a worse win-loss than someone in the wild card, and still been like a playoff team. Like the divisions and how good teams are go in ebbs and flows. You don't have to make everything fair all the time, every time. Like there's no saying it'll come out in the wash. When you play enough seasons, it's not going to matter.
I get
reseed the wild cards, I guess, is fine.
I'm good with you on that. Like, yeah, reseed after the first. I think that should definitely happen. I don't know if they have to be tied together. I don't care that much about winning the division. I get what you're saying. Like the NFC South, like I hate hearing where it's like, okay, all Atlanta is trying to do right now is just win this terrible division to get in the playoffs. And then here's why it matters. To your point, I guess no matter what you're getting in, but let's say we'll use LaFleur. But let's say you are LaFleur and they crank out another, and I don't think this would happen, but let's say they win 10 games next 2 years, they don't win the division, they're a wild card team, and they lose because they're a wild card team and they have to like face someone good, and then Jordan Love. So then all of a sudden the rhetoric and the the conversation around LaFleur is that, like, oh, you can't win the division, they lose in the playoffs, but it's a lot to do with the fact that you're just getting screwed because you're playing in a tougher division, so it's tough to win more games, and you're tough. So in the macro, you're right. Divisions come circular, but if you're a head football coach or a player, you're caring about the now.
Yeah.
So in the now, if a team is, in the NFC South like Tampa or Atlanta, winning a trash division, and then you're constantly having a tougher road to get to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl or get through the playoffs, that's going to affect maybe your long-term money as a player, and also for coaches and GMs and such, it could affect how they're viewed. If they're viewed as teams, they're always faltering in the playoffs after winning 10 games in the regular season. Well, because they have to go play the Eagles, the eventual Super Bowl champs, every time in the first round. So I'm kind of with you, Matt. Like, let's just reseed after the first round, but I'm okay with. I don't hate the idea of seeding based on wins and losses to start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more okay with not doing it at all than doing it.
I'd rather, honestly, if you're going to do it, go all in and include strength of schedule.
Yeah. I think that's got to come into play. I don't think this is going to get passed.
At the end of the year, it's not ambiguous.
I get it. It just seems like, what are you going to base? You got to base strength of schedule off the end of the year and the records and who they played.
Does that then kind of make it very similar to how the college football playoff is kind of structured?
Not quite, because there's still clear cut. The record is still going to get you in.
Yeah.
It's not like a team that went 12-4 or 12-5 is going to be bounced by a team that went 10-7, but the 10-7 team had more impressive wins. It's still going to be record first. It's when they come to a tie or something is when it's going to be the tie broken. And then there's the second most important thing on this docket.
Well, let's get to it's the
maybe the third.
No, I would say yours is the third because it doesn't really tie to the NFL. But let's get to the tush push. What do we think? Do we want it banned?
Saving the best for last? Got it.
You want to ban it or?
I don't really care. I think we've talked about it where one team benefits from it because they're the only team that actually does it right. Nobody else does it.
I want it to be over. So if it's kept, it's just kept now.
I don't want it to go back to it.
I don't want it every year.
If it is kept and someone has a catastrophic injury, it'll be brought up again, and then it'll get banned because there will be an actual superstar who's not playing because of it.
That's what happened with hip drop tackles. Same thing.
It's one of those things, they can actually get ahead of one of these, or they can wait for it to happen and be like, oh, now that it's happened, we have...
I don't want to be this guy, but how many things are you going to regulate out?
Well, I mean...
most defenders are pretty upset that the hip drop tackle is removed. They're like, that's not even a thing. Now it's subjective of, you're trying to tackle someone, and now I got to work. Now all of a sudden I can't even attempt to tackle this guy because I don't want to get flagged for trying to hip drop this guy when it's not a real thing people do.
Right. I trust me, I get it. But at the same time, you know how annoying it is if the most entertaining player on the field gets injured. That is bad for the NFL as a whole.
I get what you're saying, but
and in this situation, the most important person on the field is the one who is getting smashed in the middle of linemen and trying to fall forward for 3 yards.
Here's what's working against it. The optics on it look bad because it looks like a bunch of teams are crybabies because one team can execute this better than everyone else, and they just won the Super Bowl.
It does look bad on optics. I'm not denying that.
And so, that's the case against it. All right, so tell us why you're excited about NFL players in Olympic flag football.
Because it's the Olympics, baby. There might never be another opportunity for football
to
be in the Olympics. It can only happen when America's hosting the Olympics because no other country supports football the way we do. They're not going to voluntarily put it in. America has had the option to put this in for their own Olympics. Why would you not want the superstars of the NFL to be showcased during the Olympics? It's off season. It is the summer. I realize you can be injured, but minor injuries, not really going to play an effect on it. It is a chance to showcase some of our greatest athletes that don't ever get to go to the Olympics, which for a lot of people is the pinnacle of sports. This is an opportunity for football players to be showcased there and show how amazing every football player is on the field. If they chose to play an Olympic sport, there's a good chance a lot of these guys could have got to it.
And do you actually think that these players will actually go play? I know Tyreek Hill has been vocal about it. Mm-hmm. Do you think that when it actually comes around to the Olympics in LA, is he actually going to go play? Or is he going to be like, sounds cool, but I don't want to get hurt.
I mean, there's certainly a chance, and honestly, I wouldn't be upset with anybody that did think that way because their payday is coming from the NFL, not the Olympics. But I also would be willing to bet there's a solid chunk of NFL athletes that think it would be incredible to have an opportunity to play in the Olympics just for that resume builder, right? Like, just the fact that you got to an Olympics, you're probably going to win a gold medal, and you can say for the rest of your life you're an Olympic gold medalist. It's the coolest thing I've ever gotten to do, so I can imagine it might be pretty close for some NFL players.
Not many people can say it.
Again, Matt, I care about the Olympics when you are curling, and that's about it. So
what
as
if
a
Caleb
fan,
Williams wanted to be the quarterback of the flag football team at the Olympics? You wouldn't think that was
don't get hurt.
Sweet.
I care so much more about what the Chicago Bears do as a football team than if Team USA wins a gold medal.
I
get
that
close.
too. I'm more invested in the Green Bay Packers than the United States flag football team. But if Jaden Reed wanted to play, I would want him to be there.
Also, again, like it's just going to be such an ass kicking that like it's this even entertaining.
When the USA wins, I'm always in for it. I don't care if it's by 1 or 100.
Wars, that's about it. Like the rest, like I'm in on wars, like go USA, but the rest, like soccer, the World Cup.
World Cup
Team
rolls
USA,
around, you're not going to cheer for Team USA?
I am not going to care at all. That's all.
Oh
I'm literally
my
going
gosh.
to give zero craps. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but
Giannis talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm
Who's
not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have no idea what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Medicine on YouTube.
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like London Depot, Doubledays, Sundown Saloon, and Paul's Neighborhood Bar.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Bree Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. RidgetopExteriors.com. That's RidgetopExteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
After a storm, even seemingly small damage can lead to major problems. If your roof or siding took a hit with this recent storm, your insurance may cover the damage, but the process is still a nightmare. Badgerland Exteriors makes it seamless. They'll guide you through every step and get your family's home back in tip-top shape just as fast as that storm ripped through.
Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Every regular season Friday home game at American Family Field, ticketed fans 21 and over who sit in the Miller Lite beer pen in the left field loge bleachers will receive a free Brewers can holder, courtesy of Miller Lite and Leinenkugels.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new to you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Get ready for the Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon Golf Outing on Friday, May 30th at Old Hickory Golf Club in Beaver Dam. Registration's at 11 a.m. while 12 p.m. marks the shotgun start. It's only $350 for a foursome with 2 carts and a lunch for 4. The registration deadline is May 16th. A form and more details are available at dailydodge.com. All funds raised through the day will benefit the 2025 Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. You could be one of those winners by going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton, primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us with the ESPN Wisconsin app. Milwaukee Brewers baseball coming up at 6:04 pregame, 6:40 first pitch here on ESPN Madison. The Brewers 22-25 are taking on the Orioles 15-30 so far.
But we're
this season.
streaking right now. Ever since Pat.
What is a streak? You got to win 3, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of we all agree that's the rule.
Well, yeah, that's to prove a pattern. 3 is to prove a pattern. I would say 3.
I think for this year's Brewers team, just winning 1 game is a streak.
I think they're good.
They're undefeated after he said that. That's all I'm saying.
I am honestly surprised. Again, I thought the Brewers, I think they'll even it out. I thought the Brewers would finish around 83 wins. I actually think the Brewers and Cubs are just going to switch this year because last year the Cubs had 83 wins. Brewers had 93. I think the Cubs are going to get 93. Brewers have 83. And we'll see what happens in the playoffs. I think everyone's going to run out of gas when you take on the Dodgers. But I just think the Brewers lost. Devin Williams not pitching well for the Yankees, so I'm glad they were able to move him and get something good back. Or I don't even know if it's that good because one of the guys they got isn't playing. But it's at least they got something back. And you have to do that if you're the Brewers. Adames leaving, not great. But I was kind of expecting this team to step back because when you take a guy like Adames out, all of a sudden everything's harder on all the rest of the batters there. Life's a little harder, and we've seen it as we talked about Jackson Churia. I would say he's definitely regressed. He did make a nice play yesterday. Because, God, if he doesn't make that play, the Brewers probably lose that game because I think that would have tied it. Yelich at 199 below the Mendoza line with a negative WAR. And then you have Joey Ortiz, 170 with a negative 1.3 WAR. And then Caleb Durbin, .169 batting average, and he also below the Mendoza line. He's a young player, but third base is just an abject disaster for the Brewers right now. And Ortiz is not doing well at shortstop. Like, you got Bryce Terang playing well. I think Frelick's playing okay.
Frelick's kind of having a career year, but it's going on. I mean, there's no reason to notice it.
I hadn't had the stats in front of me. I just was like, it seemed like I turned the game on or I checking in, he's doing something. Hoskins is playing well.
Yeah.
And then what am I missing? Who else is?
Freddie Peralta's having a nice season.
Yeah,
so
he's
far.
the one guy. There's one like my brother views him as like hopefully he at least stops the bleeding, and he pitched on Sunday.
Yeah,
he's the guy that kind of stopped the bleeding in the losing streaks. But Contreras,
I think I remember hearing he was in a slump as of late.
Yeah, but he's such a value defensively that.
Why are you laughing, Molly?
Because he also heard that Christian Yelich was having a killer year.
Yeah, he
last
had
week.
a little bit of a streak in there.
Matt keeps his ear to the grindstone. He keeps his ear to the streets of the Brewers.
Yeah.
Sure.
He knows what's going on.
My radio does not move off 100.5, and this is the Sounds of Summer I'm listening to, Molly, so just saying.
Sure.
It is one of those things that I do.
I'm wish casting.
He's hitting 240 with 4 home runs, 21 RBI, 37 hits. For what he brings defensively, that's not horrible. I mean, it's not quite what he was last year, but
it's not an abject disaster, kind of like Christian Yelich's batting average right now.
And unfortunately, with Yelich, this is regressing back to the mean. He's been an injured player who can't. He was healthy last year until he wasn't. He got just through the All-Star game, got the All-Star.
He was leading the MLB in batting average when he got hurt.
Yeah.
Or at least the NL.
But that was the outlier because before that he was not a guy who was hitting for average or power, and then he hurt his back, unfortunately. And I think this is the result of an older player who's oft injured, now having a back injury. That I don't think Yelich doesn't see the ball or can't. I just think he's lost some of his power and probably some of his speed, and that takes you down to below the Mendoza line.
Ugh, brutal. That's okay. We're gonna beat the Orioles, and we'll be back on track, back to 500.
Can you knock on wood, please?
You are not
well on our
you
way.
Said sweep the Orioles?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're 3 games below 500.
Yeah, we'll sweep the Orioles, and then we're well on our way to a 100 wins this season.
100 win season.
It is definitely, in a normal world, okay to think the Brewers can sweep the Orioles. But I will say this. This year, it's $25 million for... So do you think... It's $24 million. Do you think Christian Yelich will hit over 240 this year? And bat his payroll?
Yes.
Is that a fair expectation for him?
Christian Yelich.
The rest of his career is at 24, 24, 23, and 23. Well, he bat his... At 36 years old, he will get paid almost $24 million.
36?
No, at 36. He gets
Oh.
paid. He's 33.
Oh, wow. Crazy. I didn't think he was that old.
He joined the Brewers at, I think, 28.
Yep, exactly.
That's wild.
Yep.
He had spent a lot of years with the Marlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, imagine getting paid $22-something million and you don't even have to do your job.
That well.
Yeah.
You just have to show up. You have to show up.
Show up and just be a body. I would crush.
He is well known as a locker room leader. He has kind of taken on the veteran presence. He just doesn't have the veteran presence on the field.
I mean, he's 33 years old.
No, but I mean, like, what else are you doing?
Yeah.
It's such a weird fall off. And we've talked about it before, but in 2018 and 2019, he hit 326, 329. He had, what was it? Hit 161 hits, 187 hits, hit for power in there as well. And was up there for all the top awards. Then 2020 hit 205, chalked that up to COVID.
Well, he broke his leg.
Yeah, and injury. Yeah, 58 games, but he didn't play in a broken leg.
No,
So,
but he's coming off the broken leg, and that's when the injury issue started.
And then 248 the following year, 252. 2023, 278. He's starting to turn it around a little bit. Last year, 315, and now this year back to 199. So I do think he can hit his, and then the power numbers have been sapped from him pretty remarkably as well. So
I mean, we're not even a third of the way through the season.
How many games in are we? 22 plus 25. Do the math. 47?
55.
What? It's 47.
But the power numbers is where it drops. He
Don't worry
hit
about it.
36 home runs in 2018, 44 in 2019.
You lost your glasses, right,
And then,
Ryan?
like-
Take
like-
those off.
and then-
you're no longer a numbers nerd.
And then goes to 12, 9, 14, 19, 11, and 7. 36. Like, honestly, how many years can you add up before he got to 36 and 44? He had 2 years, and his WAR those years were 7 wins above replacement.
It's pretty good.
What? I mean, injuries are brutal, but, like, he had a bad run of injuries because to go from that to just done.
Back injuries will ruin your entire life.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's done anything wrong, but he won an MVP, 2-time All-Star, and then off a cliff. Last year he started to come around a little bit, but still no power numbers.
Brewers need some guys to come out of retirement.
What if they could get a guy to come out of retirement? What if they could get Hippolito, Pichardo? You could have Pichardo, Bastardo, Gallardo, and Mazzetti. Did it happen?
Could they get Gallardo, Bastardo?
I'm trying to think of a brewer that would have a name like that.
Our current brewer doesn't really.
No.
Cheerio.
Could you do something with Molitor?
Cheerio.
With the O in there?
Cheerio.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jackson Cheerio, yes. Cheerio.
I mean, Ricky Weeks is in the building. Give the guy a glove.
Ricky, wait. There's no Baltimore accent for that one.
Good try, though.
All right, if you missed any of today's show, listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. He's Matt Hamilton alongside Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Go Brewers!